Hello and welcome to PSY-POD, the podcast about nothing, the podcast where we bring local people to talk about local vibes. And if you're watching this podcast for the first time, we talk about basically nothing. And we're joined as always, not always, but sometimes with our co-host Norla. Hello Norla, return back to the pod. And today is a very special episode. It's actually my dream guest episode. For some reason this has happened, whether it be my past life's karma or this life's mistakes, whatever it may be, it's happened. And for those of you who do not know, I expect you guys to know because you know my podcast. Anyways, we have Rinpoche joining us today. So Rinpoche, if you could kindly say hello to our local and international fans.
Hello, my name is Kheyntse Norbu and I'm very, very curious. They say they are going to talk a lot of shitty stuff. Yes, and then I was also told, you talk about nothing. Now that's going to be really, really difficult for me.
Okay. So we're looking forward to
because
that.
I'm always programmed to talk about something. This is something that I need to learn from you.
We're looking forward to that. Okay, with that being said, PSY-POD starts now. PSY-POD. All right, guys, before we start, have you ever stressed out over buying someone a gift, a chom, for a birthday, a promotion, whatever it may be? You wanted to make it look thoughtful, but then again, you don't want to put much thinking into it? Well, then your prayers have been answered because today our episode is sponsored by Tsho, 3D printed customized gift store. Yes, formerly known as Bhutan 3D. They've rebranded, but now with a bougier name and a store location. Same service. Tsho is a perfect spot for customized gifts. Whether you're looking for a perfect chom for your relative, a nice souvenir for a tourist, or you're a company looking for nice merch which actually looks cute and professional, Tsho has you covered. From custom Stanleys, water bottles, owalas, tumblers to diaries, laptop bags, wallets, and even hotel signatures, plus many more. Basically, if it exists, Tsho can probably print your name, logo, or even an inside joke on it. Prices range from as little as 150 niltrum to 7,500, which means it costs the same amount as one plate of fried rice or even 2 plates of momo. So there's something for every budget. You can order online through TikTok and Instagram by visiting their page right here. Or if you want things to go a little faster, you can visit their own store location, which is here, right in the Swiss bakery building. Trust me, you won't miss it. This is definitely a gift shop looking place within the building. So whether you need a gift, customized merch, or you just want to print your face on a tumbler for no reason, then Tsho is the place. So go check them out and support your local, one-of-a-kind, 3D customized gift shop business in Bhutan. Tsho. Now, back to the episode. All right, we're back. Okay, before we start this podcast, a special shout out to Domsip for supporting this podcast. Thank you so much. And as well as our sponsor, Global Reach. If you want to go abroad, study, please scan the QR above. And also, thank you to our lovely podheads. Okay, Rinpoche, right now you cannot see anyone, but you have to imagine there is floating humans above because we have supporters, our members who financially support this podcast. And I love to thank them. They are podheads, so they're right now above us. Okay. So imagine they're above us right now. Imagine they're all above. Thank you so much, podheads, today. See, by supporting me, you're now above Rinpoche in somewhat in a way. And also shout out to Dorji and Pema Samdrup, our podhead pro. If you want to be a podhead, support this podcast, please click the link in the description or the join button. Thank you so much for supporting. And that's about it. Oh yeah, Rinpoche. As you can clearly see, we have a background setup here. So we always ask our guests what you would like for the background to be.
I was going to ask, is your bedroom behind this?
Yes, actually it is. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It is. Okay. It is. So you like a bedroom, lah? What kind of background would you like, lah? What kind of background would you like?
I'm actually curious what kind of bedroom you have.
Okay, lah.
This is nothing. This is nothing, like fishy.
Okay. Okay, we'll give you a tour, lad, out of that. But any such requests or suggestions for what kind of background you'd like?
This is very good. It really looks good.
Just blue, lad. No, usually we put something in the back. Like example, in Thimphu main traffic, or
you mean you can just choose?
Yeah, you can choose that.
Oh goodness, what is there? How about some of those monuments in Thimphu? Those junctions. Or whatever, it just doesn't matter. You guys choose. I'm not so good at this.
Okay, that's all right. Let me just fix mic a little bit. Okay, that's about it. Okay. All right, then we shall begin. Nola, what do you want to ask Rinpoche?
First of all, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence. I don't know, in the realm of infinite possibilities, somehow Rinpoche landed up in our studio, and we tried our best to, at least make it look presentable. So thank you for coming here. So when we got the confirmation from Achut Druksil that Rinpoche would be gracing us for the podcast, I decided to do some research, read up on Rinpoche. But then I thought that my approach was flawed because it came from a place that I wanted to, at least like look cool in front of the audience or something. So I stopped everything, and today I just want to ask Rinpoche about what I'm really curious about. So these are the questions that I may ask. So first of all, maybe is curiosity a really important aspect of Buddhism, would you say? Because I think the turning of the wheel of Dharma started from Buddha's curiosity. He wanted to know what is beyond this life and death. How do you figure out this thing? So is curiosity, do you think, is it a fundamental concept of Buddhism?
I think I'm going to steal this.
Yes.
This is really good. Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, curiosity. It's a really questioning, anyway.
Yes.
What is it? In Thailand or Sri Lanka, they epaso or something like that. In Buddhism, they say, come and see. They don't say, come and join. So you have to sort of analyze. You come and see what's there. If you feel like hanging around, then you hang around.
Yes.
But curiosity is a good word. I think I'm going to use this.
You have any follow-up questions?
No. Yes.
No?
It's okay.
Okay. You want to start with something deep or something simple?
Okay, if I may add.
Okay, go.
Okay, for my first introduction of Rinpoche was not through the Buddhist route, but I think it would be through your films. Because I remember as a kid going into the theater and watching Travelers and Magicians, and I was not aware that Rinpoche was the director of the film. But I think this movie was one of the most, memorable moments for me in cinema as well. Because I clearly remember that guy, he wanted to go to the United States carrying the backpack, and he's met with this person who's like trying to oppose him. And I was rewatching this again a few years ago, and I found out a really interesting camera trick that you guys used, like how it goes through the bridge, no?
Yes, yes.
And that's really complicated. And I was like blown away because 2003 or 4, Bhutan, like how was this possible? I wanted to ask Rinpoche, like how was this executed? Because it's amazing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bold decision we had to make. I think it's beneath the Tangbu Monastery. Is this river? Is that what you are talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we use ropes, and we have quite a good person who is good with Steadicam. So I think we use those. But thank you for showing some interest in that film, because usually my films, they're good for people who have insomnia problem.
Sleeping problems.
Yeah, they could sort of get bored and then maybe force into sleep.
Yes. Actually, Travelers and Magicians is also my favorite Bhutanese film.
Okay.
Because actually, I think we forgot to mention, but we're also filmmakers somewhat. I don't think we can call ourselves filmmakers yet because we've not made a film, but we are aspiring filmmakers. So when me and Orla, we talk about films, we always regard Travelers and Magicians as the best Bhutanese movie. But after doing a little research and having known that there were so much white people involved in it, I'm not considering it completely a Bhutanese movie, but it still holds up the standard. But actually, which is fittingly enough, I want to ask this question, Rinpoche. At least from my understanding, I know the cup is about modernism or something like that, traditionalism and modernism. And Hema is about anonymity. What did you do if you were lurking in the shadows? And Big at the Crossing is about Bardo. What kind of philosophical message, if any, is Travelers and Magicians about?
I think it's about, always thinking grass is greener on the other side. We always have that. And I say this not really in a preachy way.
Yes.
This idea of grass is greener on the other side, that could be a very good driving force, unless you are someone who's very, very, very spiritual, and I don't know, some, human beings need goal, human beings need some sort of a plan and some sort of a fantasy. What do they call it in America? American dream?
The American dream.
Yeah. So I'm sure everybody has a dream.
Yes. Was Rinpoche's dream to be a filmmaker? Or was it something else?
Filmmaker. At times. But I think I like writing more. The filmmaking now is getting okay, but it's a kind of a complicated process. And then I'm sure you, more than anybody, you guys know, like when you talk to people, there's always a balance, right? How much you will say whatever is in your head. Because then the others may not even understand what you are talking about. So a lot of the time you are thinking about how the others are listening. How much can they chew and grasp and understand?
Yes.
So there's all that balance. It's always difficult.
Yes.
Unless, of course, you want to be really, really sort of crazy and not care about what other people think. But that's difficult. It's easier said than done.
Yes. But Rinpoche, in terms of filmmaking, what drew you to that medium? Is it because you feel like cinema is a good way of talking about your philosophical messages? It's a good medium, or is it because you had an affinity to media? What was the calling?
For some time, it was this wish to make a life of the Buddha, and I wanted to train myself to reach that level, because life of the Buddha is going to be difficult, right? So I guess all these small films are kind of a preparation for that.
Yes.
But then that ambition or that aspiration sort of went down because it's just so difficult. And then also, people don't watch films. People are beginning to not watch. People are beginning to listen to you guys. People are beginning to, watch TikTok and all of that, Instagram.
Yes.
But recently, my aspiration came back because now we have AI. So I can have maybe 2 more years, 3 more years. I may talk to ChatGPT or whatever. AI say, hey, I want 2,500 years ago, Kapila Vastu, ancient Indian city, lifestyle, whatever. So it may create.
Actually, which actually brings to a good subject matter. Recently, at least in terms of filmmaking, the industry is somewhat anti-AI because it feels like it's stealing jobs from people and creators. So do you share the same sentiment, or do you like, we have to use this tool?
It's like I'm torn. It's not just the film.
Yes, everything else.
As someone, I have a project called 84,000.
Yes.
I'm doing the translation of the Buddhist texts. And there's a lot of, even now as we talk,
Yes,
AI like ChatGPT or Claude can translate a sutra like probably within like a minute or 2.
Yes.
But the thing is, that's more dangerous because it's a bit like, since we are talking about, you say, you talk about shit. I'm actually going to talk about shit here. You can differentiate between the shit and the gold. Right?
Yes.
It's easy, sort of, even though they're both yellowish. But you can't differentiate between brass and gold. It's much more difficult. So AI-generated translations, who knows? It could really look perfect, but somewhere a drastic mistake, and that could be really dangerous. So, I'm giving you this as an example. So, but resources, time. Okay, so here, let's say if there's somebody today come to me and say, Rinpoche, I want to I want, I don't know, a 13 years old girl or boy come to me and say, oh, Rinpoche, I want to know about Dorji Chöpa Sutra. Sometimes, it's better to ask Lord, okay, I need to talk to 13 years old Bhutanese girl from, I don't know, some high school here.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a suggestion, how to talk to this girl. Dorji Chöpa, which is like Bajir Sutra, a very difficult subject. And it could give us good suggestions. So there's that feeling, feeling very torn. Because if we don't do that, someone else will do it also. Yes. So it's a very tricky. It's very tricky.
But what do you think, which is yes or no?
I think we have no choice. We will have to. Okay. We will have to, surrender. But again, now I'm sounding very Buddhist. I am Buddhist. I think this is where mind is going to be really important. And when I say mind, I'm talking about self-awareness, yes. Not like programmed awareness.
Yes.
I can always teach a machine how to choose, but does not necessarily mean you have a self-awareness, isn't it?
Yes. All right. Okay, Nola, you have anything to ask?
Okay. Since Rinpoche mentioned that we need to adopt that in this changing world we have very few choices but to accept AI, because it's continuously growing. And Rinpoche mentioned and how it helps to simplify some sutras and how it helps your approach to educate some people about Buddhism. But at the same time, when we literally translate some Sanskrit or Tibetan texts into English, we might lose it into translation. So we might lose some profound meaning that word has.
Oh, sure.
So
Definitely.
in your mind right now, Karan Rinpoche, do you think there's any words that that gets lost in translation, which is very profound?
So much. Now that you have asked this, for a lot of people, I will sound like a broken record. But anyway, since you asked, a lot of people, me included, and you guys definitely, and I'm sure many of us young Bhutanese, we go to school. We've been to school.
Yes,
and in the school, we have been given a frame, like a frame, as in, like camera frame. And a frame is it's really, really powerful, because when you have a frame, you are choosing what to be inside the frame. Simultaneously, you are also choosing what to omit. Now, if you think about life and education is basically framing. So, for instance, democracy is a framing. And you're excluding a lot of things. And those things that we exclude, they could be very, very nice. But we are programmed to exclude them, right? Anyway, so, for instance, probably you guys are young, but my generation Bhutanese who went to Kalimpong, Darjeeling, when they approached Buddhism, they must, I'm sure they are entering to Buddhism using words like mythos, logos, gods,
Yes.
Because even the word philosophy, what is meant in the European language and what is meant in our language, like Nangden Rigpa, it's a different approach. But what to do? That we are already sort of brainwashed. It's kind of, so now we have to swim, through that. And I think it's good. I think people should talk about it. I think because how much we love to be original. We always say we want to be original. But yet we are always talking, living, listening, hearing within the frame that is given by someone else. Forget being original, individual original. We can't be even I don't know. Maybe I may be too harsh, but sometimes I feel the Bhutanese, we are losing ideological sovereignty. That's important.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's go to a little lighter note. No, we can.
Yes, you have been.
Okay, Rinpoche, when you're not doing teachings and practicing or in retreat, when it's a Sunday, imagine a Sunday, your day is off. What does Kheyntse Norbu do?
Very good question. Well, nowadays, there are a lot of things that I want to do, but I cannot accomplish. I wish I can do.
Yes.
If I have a chance, maybe you guys can arrange one of these days. I like to go to Hong Kong market and eat in a restaurant that I heard the truck drivers and the taxi drivers go. I heard it's really good.
Sombalana. You know that place, yeah? What's it called? The Thali place. Oh, Thali. Ribs auntie. Oh, yeah. Yes, okay, Rinpoche. It'll be an honor to take you, but I'm not sure if Rinpoche eats meat.
Yeah.
You eat meat, okay.
So
that's good ribs.
But we need to plan this properly, right?
Okay,
I think
so
because otherwise there will be a lot of commotion.
Okay, let's make it a whole day. Okay. What time are you waking up on this beautiful day?
Waking up, I guess it has been sort of programmed, I'm Rinpoche training, like my generation, we have trained ourselves into some sort of algorithm. So I do wake up like 3:30.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's sort of it's sort of built in the clock.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I'm such a saintly doing something worthy. Many times I'll be scrolling Instagram.
Okay.
I've been looking at this PSY-POD. Aren't we supposed to sing Sai something?
That's the intro,
What?
Intro.
Oh, okay.
We do it in
post-production.
We do it in post.
I see.
Hi, editor. So we do it in post.
Okay.
But going back to Rinpoche, waking up at 3:30 a.m. What are you having? Morning coffee?
Yes, coffee is slowly, building itself in my sort of
Life.
being, which is, I don't know, which is good or not. Because recently I went to, what do they call it? This Ayurveda fasting something for health, 5 days.
Okay.
And they don't allow coffee, tea. Wow. 6 hours without coffee, immediately headache. So I've realized I've now become coffee slave. Yeah. Anyway, then I have, of course, my prayers.
Okay.
And quite a lot of that, maybe 2-3 hours. And then, okay, I'm going to tell more like my normal sort of, because it's sort of, very, very up and down.
Yes.
So normally, I will see people, and then also in between, I like dictating my stories. I like writing stories.
Oh, yes.
So, but since I don't have, my handwriting is so bad, and I really don't like typing, so I usually dictate to a few people, so they will write it.
To transcribe it.
Yes.
Okay.
So then there's that, and then I listen to podcasts.
Oh, okay. What kind of podcast do you listen to, Rinpoche? Deep podcast?
Well, no. It has changed a lot, like we human beings, our
Always changing.
So our hobby changes. It has been, these days I'm listening more audio books.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm listening to something really sad and good. I'm sure a lot of people have read Clara and the Sun by Ishiguro. It's really good. It's quite sad.
Okay, we'll look it up.
Yeah. It's about AI, by the way.
Okay.
And then I do listen to geopolitics.
Okay.
Interesting for me because I learned a lot about how we are so conditioned. So that's something I do.
Yes.
And
When do you have breakfast, or do you fast?
Recently, I have decided not to take breakfast. What is it called?
Fasting.
16 hours
Yeah,
something?
intermittent fasting.
Yes.
I think Achu Duxer must have introduced you, I feel like. He keeps talking about fasting with us also.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about my way of fasting though. I don't eat breakfast just because it gives me time. It's not so strict.
Yes. But what are you having for lunch when you actually do break the fast?
Lunch. Oh, I have to say this. I've recently actually said this in my Instagram.
Yes.
I thought I never have a specific food that I really, really like.
Oh, okay.
But I think I realized I have.
Oh, okay.
I never knew.
What is it?
It's in Kurtep, it's called Teng Teng Ma.
Oh, Teng Teng Ma. Wait, give us a sip. Yeah.
I have Teng Teng.
We have.
Yeah.
Let's offer Rinpoche some Teng Teng Ma.
Teng Teng Ma.
It's over there. We call it also Teng Teng Ma.
Yes.
I love
I don't
Teng Teng
know.
Ma.
It's something so addictive too.
Oh, yes.
I think it has become I realized it's my comfort food.
Okay, let's Teng Teng Ma. Okay, we'll get you some. Oh, speaking of which, also, my sister has made us some muffins. So if Rinpoche, you could, if you would like, please have it.
Yes.
And my sister will at least be happy that Rinpoche had it. Otherwise, she'll shout at me. Please have it. She has a baking business. So, so she made special muffins for this today. But we also have Teng Teng Ma, so don't worry. If you don't like this.
Very good.
So Rinpoche, if you're waking up at 3 a.m., you must be going also to bed very early as well.
I try to go to bed before 11. But sometimes it depends. But But I have developed a habit of listening to, podcasts and books when I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's a good habit.
But Norla's also like that.
Yeah.
Norla, he listens to a podcast and sleeps.
Most of the time, you then end up needing to rewind, isn't it?
Yes, no. I end up sleeping halfway through. Then
Yeah.
I have to go back. No.
So, and sometimes I've realized I've only listened to a minute.
Yes, no.
But it's a good lullaby to sleep to. Even
I guess so. I don't know.
I think now in this modern age, most people, we cannot eat without watching something, and we cannot sleep without listening to something also. So it's become like that, coping mechanism. I don't know what it is called.
Too much information, I think.
Oh, okay. Nice, Jamyang.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
For Rinpoche's treat. Whole bowl is for you, Rinpoche.
Okay.
Okay, another thing, let's ask. Rinpoche, I heard you're a mistake. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard you're a big football fan. Is that true?
Yes. I think still am.
Yes.
But probably have gone down a bit.
Okay.
It's all ruined by this COVID.
Oh, okay.
During the COVID time, there was some premiership game without the audience.
Yes.
Somehow that ruined everything.
Why?
It's a bit like watching a horror movie without sound.
Oh, okay. You like the atmosphere.
Yeah. So then did not really manage to go back. But I have to say the World Cup, especially France versus Argentina.
Argentina. Oh, recent, yeah.
Remember
the
last one?
Yes.
Wow.
That was the best.
Even I watched replay,
Me also.
like the 10th time, I still get nervous.
Okay, yes. Yeah, it was the best World Cup final. Yeah. Do you have a team like Rinpoche you support, or at least you follow around?
But I'm sure you guys are similar. We Bhutanese people always end up supporting an underdog, no?
Yes. No. At least
really?
in my experience,
okay,
when I grew up, all of my friends used to support Manchester United because they were the best team.
I see.
And I wanted to be a little different and edgy, so I supported Arsenal because I thought the story of Arsenal is more interesting because they're an underdog and they're more interesting to support.
I heard they're doing very well this time.
Yes, well, hopes are high, but they have disappointed me.
You still are?
Yes, I'm still a fan.
Who's the manager?
There's a young manager called Mikel Arteta. He's the old Arsenal captain. So
who?
Arteta. He's a
Oh, yes.
He used to be Arsenal's captain. Now he's
good.
He's a manager. He's good, but he's still. It's like we finished second 3 years in a row. So it's almost like always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So it's at least in my experience, because I've been a supporter since 2006, and I've never seen them win anything. So
how's our Bhutanese team?
Our Bhutanese national team.
Yeah.
It's still bad. Still bad. I'll be honest. I cannot lie, guys. Come on. No, it's still bad. It's still bad. But we only got artificial turf for 10 years, so we are still adapting.
Give us some time.
Yeah, I grew up playing in Tsho and Rocks. So
Good coach? Who's the coach?
I don't know. I don't follow Bhutanese football. Right now, it's still not my cup of tea. I like watching Premier League only, actually. I don't watch any other league. It's just Premier League and obviously World Cup time. It's always
How about the Champions League?
Yeah, Champions League I watched.
Is Il Clasico still
Yes.
hot?
Last week they played.
Oh, who
They
won?
played. Real Madrid won. Yes.
Barcelona not good anymore?
They're still good, but Real Madrid, their coach is really good right now. So they're playing really well. But
Who is it?
Xabi Alonso. He used to be Liverpool's midfielder. Nola hates football, so I think we should change subject.
I can bear with this.
Whenever I talk about football, Nola always teases me saying, why do you like watching 22 men kick an inflatable ball and say, we kick the inflatable ball better than you kick the inflatable ball? So that's why me and Nola, there's something which we do not agree on. But that's also interesting. Rinpoche also, let's talk about film more. Since Rinpoche is a filmmaker and we all love films, we talk about films extensively on this podcast. So, simple question, what are your favorite films, if you could name?
4 favorite?
4 favorite films.
Well,
You could be anyone.
immediately, of course, many of the Ozu. I mean, I will give you director mainly. I
Okay.
think Ozu.
Tokyo Story I watched.
Just so unbeatable.
Okay.
It's just so special, isn't it? And then, but I have to say this. Have you watched RRR?
Yes, I love it.
I have to say,
Yes.
and I tell my friends who wants to make film,
Yes, me also.
and then they, and of course, they should, try to make commercial. And I think
Yes.
I tell them they should watch this because for me, it's the best bad film.
Yes, exactly. That's how I explain it to Mama.
Yeah?
I'm
That's
very
how he
also.
said it,
Yeah,
yes.
I said I hate Indian films, and I hate more South Indian films because they're so over the top. But when I sat down, I closed my mind, I watched RRR. I was like, these people are cooking something very special.
Yes.
Because they're very self-aware. They know it's ridiculous,
I know.
but they play it up to it, and it's the best. I can watch it any day, again and again.
No, it's really good.
I don't know if you remember, there's a scene where they go off the bridge and
Yes.
he's carrying a flag and they...
Yes.
That's the most iconic moment. So, see, okay, the movie starts, when I watched it, you see this guy, he's a police officer, and he fights 1,000 people, okay?
I saw.
And
Yes,
1 hour comes, okay, and it's on fire. I'm like, what's going on? 1 hour is on fire. Then next scene, we're in a jungle. The very strong Indian guy again, fighting a tiger. Then you see another hour, it's water. I'm like, what's going on? Then these two meet in that bridge, and when they, click, R comes. I lost my mind. That's the title card of the movie comes 40 minutes inside of the movie. It takes 40 minutes for the movie to be introduced. Sorry, I'm getting
Pure
passionate.
cinema.
I'm getting passionate. But yes, I really love RRR.
RRR is good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think yeah. I think people should watch that.
Yes.
For those who are, those who need to do commercial.
Yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Of course, Ozu, fantastic. But, people don't have time for those kind of things. Not everybody.
Yes. Then 2 more other films.
Oh, but I usually suggest Tarkovsky's films, like Stalker. Yeah, it's really good. And then, some people are going to not like this, but this Thai movie is quite this. He calls himself Joe. So difficult to pronounce his name. But anyway, his film's name is Uncle Bunmi.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen?
I heard about that.
about
Yes,
You should
Uncle
watch
Bhumi
this.
something. They have
Uncle
this
Bunmi
TV.
remembering past life.
Yes.
Wow. But I don't know. You will have to have nothing to do on that day because it's really, really slow.
Oh,
But actually, it's, to me, it's really, really cinema.
okay.
It's not a movie, it's a cinema, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's get into that. Did you watch any series, Rinpoche? Any series you watch?
Yes, because I really wanted to know the science of how to make people want to watch the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's important. I did, not recently. I sort of really struggled watching the Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. You watched all Rinpoche?
Yeah, while doing my, track?
Oh,
Yeah,
elliptical?
Yeah, because I needed something
Oh,
to
okay.
not get
Oh,
bored.
Game of Thrones. Oh, very interesting.
I have to say, along the line of this RRR,
Yes.
some of the Korean soap operas are good.
They're very good.
They're so cheesy. They're
Yeah.
like so ridiculous.
But the formula is so good.
Yes.
I appreciate Korea because they are very good at manufacturing. Like K-pop, I love it because I love the presentation. I love that they find these very talented, hardworking children, put them in the house, don't feed them, let them be perfect, and then make all this beautiful, like set pieces. It's just, it's very, like, I love it. I don't know how to
Yes.
explain it.
It's really good.
Yes, sir.
There was one romantic episode, Star, My Love in the Star or
My
something.
Love from the Stars or something.
My Love in the Stars.
Yes.
K-drama. Oh, Rinpoche watched.
Yeah.
You watched all 16 episodes?
Well, I had to fast forward a
Oh,
lot. in
Rinpoche,
between.
you're also that type of person. Because these days, at least from the youth, what I've noticed is everyone is very fast paced. So everyone's listening to even content in 2 times
I
speed,
see.
3 times speed. So I feel like Rinpoche, if you were growing up at this time, you'd be that person who put in 3 times
Maybe,
speed watching.
maybe.
Speaking of which, actually, Rinpoche, you spoke about Instagram. You're on Instagram scrolling. What are your things that you like watching now?
Well, actually, I'm not so avid, or I'm not so. The only reason why I have an Instagram and a Facebook is because they are fake. A few fake, supposedly my Instagram.
Oh.
Like, this is, and then the problem is in my fake account, a fake me.
Oh.
They put all the photos of me with my head and a throne and all this godly like. And that really worried me because I don't want people to have this strange high hope and expectations. And I don't know, all kinds of expectation from me, something that I cannot deliver.
Yes.
So I wanted to have my own Instagram that has all my own normal life.
Ah, okay. Maybe some.
But so I can't really go all the time because I'm not that diligent. I think you have to be quite diligent with this Instagram, isn't it?
I don't know. For me, my relationship with social media is a little different, because I do content for a living. So I'm always curious on how to improve my quality of content.
see.
What are people engaged in? What are some trends that I need to be following, just so I can stay up to date with current events.
Of course.
So that's my relationship with the Instagram. But then also, it's also to catch up with friends, and you watch silly videos, pretty girls.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stimulating things are there, which I know is
Okay.
bad, but you just human.
No, why is it bad?
Because it breeds bad habits, at least for what I think.
I see. Well, there's almost nothing that is not habitual in the world.
Yes, sir. Well, I wonder how Rinpoche's explore page looks like now. So usually in Instagram you go to explore, and depending on what you consume, Rinpoche, the AI will suggest you things to watch.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, no.
So
Oh,
if
okay.
Rinpoche, if you
No,
open
I
up
didn't know that.
If you go to Instagram right now,
Okay.
and you go to explore,
Explore.
you'll
Okay.
see what you're interested in.
Fantastic. Okay.
So, for example, for me, it's usually football,
Where is
Fitness.
it?
and for Norla, it's Pokemon and Shrek for some reason.
Ah, okay.
Explorer. Back.
The new update.
You just have to do this and go here. So this is Rinpoche's Explore page. Lot of. I'm seeing Indian people for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, any questions you guys want to ask Rinpoche? This is a good opportunity. Anything you guys want to ask? We have audience today, by the way, guys. Can you make a dua if you want to ask? Please ask. Okay, JYP.
It's regarding the current event that's being conducted right now.
Okay.
Kala Chakra. So it's something that's been told in stories in numbers. The wheel of Dharma is going to be spun by this, that. So is this event going to be something significant going down the history of Buddhism? Is it going to be something very glorious, very big event, very written down history?
I don't know. I guess for us Bhutanese, maybe it's such kind of a big deal, but the Kala Chakra, I don't know how it has been packaged here, but Kala Chakra is, to put it in a very, very layperson's language, it's like a science. I know it is symbolized with this deity with so many arms, but actually Kala Chakra really, I would say, is a bit like it's its own science. It has its own world, it has its own language, it has its own sort of way of looking at things. And it's actually one of the signs that Tantric Buddhism has that has been sort of, it's kind of rare. So probably is this sort of, because it's rare, I guess.
Does that answer your question? Chhimii, you guys, any question, jump in? Yeah.
So since I was very young, I used to consider myself Buddhist. Even now, I call myself Buddhist. But like example, if I explain to another foreigner or someone who's not Buddhist, I can easily explain about Buddha's life, and I can say I'm a Buddhist. But when I compare myself to Buddhists here, I feel like I know very less. Especially like going to monasteries where monks explain everything about gods. I don't feel like I'm like Buddhist because I don't know these things. So I don't know how to approach Buddhism.
I see.
I just wanted to ask you your thoughts. Like, do we need to know everything?
No.
Yes, everything study tomorrow. Tomorrow exam.
Study.
Surprise! What's this? Yeah. You don't know, you die hell.
I just wanted to know Rinpoche's opinion on that.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. You see, the thing is, Buddhism traveled in different places. From India it started, Japan, Korea, Thailand, China. And whenever this wisdom tradition goes to wherever the place, the hosting place will always influence. Right? So give you an example, like a Chinese. China is a very, very strong Buddhist country, has always been. I don't know whether people realize this. For 2,000 years, I would say China probably is the only country that really has been hosting Buddhism non-stop, even though there has been a lot of ups and downs. But, if you look at Japan, used to be one of the greatest Buddhist country, but after Second World War, down. Korea, big, very big before, but now probably there are more Christians. India, less than 1%, right? So in China, Buddhism always gets interpreted, or there's an expectation that if you're a Buddhist, you are a morally sound person. So they were, he's a good Buddhist. Why? Because he doesn't smoke, he doesn't eat meat, he doesn't drink, he behaves, etc., etc. So that's an example. So something like this is all, of course, is happening around the Himalayan places which we are part of. Now, this I think it's unfortunate. As a Buddhist, I will consider this as unfortunate, because to answer your question really, really plain and simple, if you can buy the fact that everything changes, okay, one, nothing is 100% perfect, and everything is just your projection. Nothing solidly exists out there. Now, if you can actually buy these three, not just intellectually, but you actually adhere to that, adapt to that, you live with that knowledge, then you are a Buddhist. None of this, like how to walk around the stupa, how to light the lamp, all of that. But as I said, tradition, culture, they're very powerful. And what to do, what do they call it? Tradition is a dead people's what?
Tradition is peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But more specifically, your ancestors, so your dead people. So it's not
Yes.
personalized dead people. Okay, you guys have any other questions? Otherwise, no, I think you should ask. We've been quiet for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, now I think I just agree with what Rinpoche just said. But from my perspective, agreeing with Rinpoche, I think we've created these structures in Buddhism. It traveled across a lot of countries, and we had to create such sort of put these into or mix it into their culture just to make sense for the people, no? Because it's a complicated concept, and it may take years for people to understand. And I think that all these structures that we have, do you think we as Buddhists, when we practice, I think, are we too focused on the structure? Because ultimately it's to get off from these structures, no? It's to not make sense of these structures. It's like the skills that we build being a Buddhist, learning, maybe it's like a ship traveling us to some place. Once we have to get off the ship, we have to leave the ship. So I think that's what I feel.
Yeah. Structure is a inconvenient container for Buddhism. It's really, really, without the structure, you can't even communicate. But because of the structure, and I think there's a very beautiful Zen saying, what? Don't look at the finger, look at the moon.
Bruce Lee quote.
Right. I think it's from the Zen.
Moon.
Bruce Lee also says
yeah.
that, I think. Yes.
I think they got it from the Chan Buddhism.
Okay.
Where, it is like, don't look at the finger, look at the moon. That is, look at the moon, because you're pointing to the moon, right?
Okay.
But the temptation to look at the finger is just so big. And then people also put a lot of emphasis on the finger, rings and all sorts of things.
Oh, well, that's an interesting way of looking at it, no? So, what was your question to Rinpoche?
No, I was just agreeing with
okay.
Rinpoche.
I thought you asked something. I was like, what was the question? I thought you asked something.
I need to ask you this.
Okay, Les.
What is this Keta look? I was looking at it. What is this? Can you do it?
The Keta pose.
Keta pose.
So basically, our friend Kunzang Nobs,
Yeah, I know
which was in your film, no, Rinpoche. He's now this is breaking character, no. But since Rinpoche is curious, I'll answer. So the short answer is he came in character. So he has a movie called Lights, Camera, Action, where it's about an aspiring actor, and he calls himself Keta because he wants to be a Keta.
I see.
And the film is about that. So I got the idea. He said he wanted to promote the movie, so he wanted to come on the podcast. So I told him, we discussed. He said, why don't you come in character? We will not acknowledge you as Kunzang Nobs. We will call you Keta only, and we will talk. You to answer, you do the interview or do the podcast in character. So I said, don't answer as Kunzang Nobs, answer as Keta. So we did it intentionally because we knew the audience would be confused, and they'll be like, what's going on? Just so you could cause maybe some buzz, so at least people will consider looking up for the movie. So that's what it actually is.
I see. So the movie's out?
I think it'll be releasing soon, but
I see. What is it about?
It's about a man who works in the film industry, but he's never given the opportunity to become the main lead because of how he looks or how his social background. So it's about aspiring keta. Yeah, good promotion, nobs, not okay. But also, like me and Nola are big wrestling fans. So in wrestling, there's a term called kayfabe, where they maintain the illusion, the magician's illusion. We know it is the trick, but they maintain it to make it look like it's real. So we try to incorporate that with that episode. So we never acknowledge that it was fake. We try to play along. But now today we have broken character, so what to do?
When are you going to make film?
So we are planning to make a film next year. So fortunately, this year has been very good for us. We applied for a grant. So we made actually me, Jamyangs over there, us three, we sat in that room over there and we said, there's a grant, let's come up with the idea. So we sat there for 3 days, just brainstorming ideas. And we went to Bigma, and then we pitched the idea, and fortunately we were one of few who got selected for the grant.
Very good.
So right now we're still very early stages. We did not write the script, so we're planning to write the script also. But we have a treatment, an idea, general senses of act, how the story will go.
Very good.
Actually, which is actually good to ask Rinpoche some advice. What would you advise? Because as also coming from a filmmaker.
Well, you don't want to really be writing as how I'm writing. You know, most of my films are sleeping pills. Although I have to say, recently I've decided to stay away from my kind of style, my earlier style. So I just finished making a film in Nepal, and I try to be conscious of storytelling in a normal way, even the way I shoot.
Yes.
And the drama, emotion, all of that. I think, I'm sure you guys know, I think, what do we call it? Philosophical conflict is important, right?
I've never heard that before.
I think it is philosophical conflict. So let's say you are a really good momo maker.
Okay.
Right? But you really believe in not killing, so you are a vegetarian.
Momo maker.
You are the greatest
Vegetarian.
Bhutan's best momo maker. I mean, meat momo maker.
Moral dilemmas.
Yes.
Moral dilemma. That's the one.
So you are best meat momo maker, but you really don't want to make it because you believe in vegetarian whatever. But then suddenly your sister or your brother or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever got sick and they needs funding. And you know very well that if you open a restaurant, within a week you can actually fund everything. So now you have so I think something like that. So I heard that that's kind of really important. And then I think something that I end up doing, which I will advise you not to do, is I think I tell too much. I think it's very important to just about to tell, but then you don't tell.
The mystery.
About to tell.
Show, don't tell.
Yes. Show, don't tell, but also, you know, you have like what, 2 hours, is it? 2 hours or 3 hours, the Bhutanese?
We're trying to make it 90 minutes if possible.
Oh, I see.
But hopefully, I think it will be maybe 2 hours, I think. Yes.
So I think that's kind of important. Like, never, so to the audience, you know, don't give everything to the audience.
No,
I guess.
Leave a sense of
I guess
mystery.
so.
If I may ask a question, Rinpoche, this is your approach to writing. You mentioned that you really like to write. So when you're thinking of characters for a movie, for example, are the characters inspired from what you've experienced, or are there some of the characters like what you've observed from other people?
Oh, this is an important one. I've been doing this. It's really, you know, good to, you know, choose your own friends or family members to really observe them. You know, they do have characters, don't they? I mean, like everything, the way they laugh, the way they insist on, I don't know, doing certain small things, which always has something behind. some story behind or some kind of a hang-ups or habitual patterns. I think it's really important. Character-driven, right?
Yes.
Rinpoche, in your films, let's say, example, Travelers and Magicians, these characters, are they, like Nola mentioned, is it people who you've seen in your real life and then you've like, oh, let's make this character based on that person? Or is it just, okay, I'm going to write a character who symbolizes or is a manifestation of these things you want to portray?
I think more the later one till now. But I think I should really do it the earlier one. I mean, really observing the people. I'd like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay.
But just out of curiosity, is there any scenes in your movie which you have paid homage to one of your favorite directors, which we do not know of? Like you just paying homage to a specific director or a scene?
That, yes, I have to say. Okay, going back to Ozu. Ozu is a master of this, I think. He knows how to time it so well, so that towards the end, somewhere towards the end, let's say Tokyo Story or Late Autumn, or if you watch those, he's so good at this. Even watching a whole frame
Framing, yes.
of a broom sitting there doing nothing makes you feel sad.
Invoke emotions, yes.
You know?
Yes.
And then these laundry. Yes, of course, we do laundry. I have shot laundry also in my pig at the crossing, but just never really managed to develop that emotion. But Ozu's, yes, he does. Laundries are so important. So all these, what do they call it? Pillow shot or something like that?
Pillow shot.
I think so. It's like it's not even a transition. It's just it's something to observe, I think. So yeah, Ozu's, many of the Ozu's pillow shots are some of the most memorable.
Okay. I'll look up Ozu because I'm not. I'm actually. I don't like slow movies very much. I'm the person who doesn't have insomnia.
How old are you?
I'm 31. This year 32.
That's why.
Why?
Very young.
I'm the oldest of my friends, so
Really?
they keep me young, but I'm the oldest.
When you reach my age, I think you will slow down.
I'm not sure. I still like things fast-paced. Actually, when me and Nola, when we make projects serious, he knows my style. I like it fast, but Nola, he likes to slow. So I cannot watch like slow-paced movies. Which also kind of reminds me, what approach do you think is better for a film production? I think Nola is more easygoing, compromise. He can compromise here and there. At least that's my understanding. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm more a little bit planning. I like to plan a little bit more than I need to because.
Are you going to do it together?
Yes, la.
Oh, then you have a perfect team.
But that's my question. What would be a good approach, la? Is it meticulous?
Both of them.
Or
both.
casual?
You need both.
Okay, la.
I think so. I think you'd be a good team.
Yeah, but I
Of
feel.
course, you are going to clash a bit. But
That's what I think Nola and Jamyang are worried about because I'm very, what's the word? Upfront. I do not sugarcoat anything. If people upset me, I'll make sure they know about it and all that. So that's my drawback, I feel like. But okay, we'll keep both. I'll be the bad cop, don't worry. Okay, now I want to ask you, Rinpoche, a deep question now. I'm sorry, okay, fans, but I'm also, actually we talked with Tuksel that prior to this interview, like I used to be this very strong atheist and I believed nothing. Everything is existing by nothing. We are insignificant. But later on in life, I've become more interested in Buddhism as a philosophy and a spiritual kind of practice rather than a religious thing. So I've sort of, in my own journey, I've kind of looked up things online and found answers to my questions. But one thing which I still don't understand is the reason why we exist. Like my theory is the reason why we exist maybe is for procreation, but I don't know the reason why. So I want to know Rinpoche's opinion on why we exist. What do you think is the meaning?
We will need another podcast for this.
Okay. Whatever you can summarize into. Maybe you can give it to AI, they'll summarize it. What would be your, at least a condensed version?
You know,
of
I
your
was
opinion?
talking earlier,
Yes, sir.
the framing.
Yes, sir.
This framing, why we exist. In other words, purpose.
Yes.
This is a specific framing that I don't think it existed in the Asian mindset.
Okay.
So, okay, to put it very easily, Buddhists may not ask, what's the purpose of life? Buddhists would rather ask, what is life? You understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Instead of purpose. Because a purpose sounds like a hierarchy. Purpose sounds like there's somebody who's designing, purpose for you and purpose for him and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
More like, I think you should be thinking, what is life?
Suffering.
That's one. But suffering is just, the Buddhists would say, I think the proper use, the classic Buddhist word is dukkha, right? Dukkha, which is not really suffering, by the way. The suffering is in it, but it also is like, so, like, okay, so when we say suffering or the dukkha, one of the character, most of the time the Buddhists will say, things are suffering because things are impermanent. But you know they're missing a big one. This is not a good answer.
Okay.
Because the word impermanence is used as something negative. Impermanence can be a good thing.
Yes. I also
You don't have a Ferrari today, do you, by the way?
No.
No.
Not the last time I checked.
Well, yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks to impermanence, you may end up having a Ferrari.
But actually, take it back. I'm not interested in Ferrari. I don't want. Land Cruiser, Prado.
Yes.
That is more, what do you call, better to manifest a Prado which is more realistic, probable than a
But
Ferrari.
don't be fast. Impermanence.
Could change, yeah. Mind could
Yes,
change. Yes, mind could
exactly.
change. Yes, exactly.
That is dukkha.
Oh, okay.
So which means there's nothing that is fixed. So the Buddhist word dunghal and the dukkha really should not be that pessimistic, painful thing also. But at the same time, it should not be in the realm of conformist. Anyway, as I said, this is a very big question, so I don't think we'll finish that one.
Okay, all right.
Another
Then-
time, maybe.
Okay, then I'll do that. Maybe a simpler, but I don't think as simple. I'm also very interested in the concept of reincarnation, because all Buddhists we believe in it. But what is a logical, a scientific way to prove that it actually exists, rather than
Okay, again, we are going back to the language. I think language and the culture and the framing again.
Okay.
I think a lot of English-speaking Asians like us,
yes?
we use the word reincarnation too mindlessly.
Okay.
Because the word reincarnation, which is the English word, when they use, do you believe in reincarnation or not? There's already an assumption that there's a soul,
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
but Buddhists don't believe in soul.
Oh, we don't lie. I thought we believe in soul.
Well, dame, no eyes, no nose, no, the self does not even exist. So it's really, really complicated.
Yes.
So, okay, so to give you an answer. So let's say you murder somebody, you murder him today.
Okay.
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 And then you escaping and then you get caught in Phuntsho.
Okay.
And then you now being brought to justice, and in few days' time. And then the judge says you have to be in prison for lifetime.
Okay.
Now, technically, you can argue saying that, hey, that guy is gone.
That was me 10 minutes ago.
Yes, technically.
Oh, yes.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday's me is not me.
Yeah.
This is new me.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But judge won't hear this. Right?
Yes.
Now, so the judge is assuming there is something called continuity between day before yesterday's you and today's you.
Okay.
Right? Now, that continuity is what we call, in Dharma language, we call it yang si. So that gets really badly translated as a reincarnation. So that's the only thing the Buddhist says. But these are, your difficult questions are really, really difficult.
No, apologize, but I try to balance my faith with science, and I want to logicalize our beliefs.
Sure.
So rationalize.
But even the scientists have to believe in continuity.
Okay.
They have to.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can't do anything.
Yes.
So this notion of continuity is a bit like, there's so many notions like that in our life.
Yes.
For instance, like all. All are welcome. All, what does that mean? That's so vague.
Okay.
I mean, this is maybe not the best example, but the continuity is, and then the space. Those are very, 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 very vague terms. But we need to have that. Otherwise, we can't function. I can't tell you, I'm going to meet you tomorrow, if you don't believe in this continuity thing.
Yes.
But technically and scientifically, continuity means nothing. It's just an illusion. It's an imputation. It's just an assumption. And actually, to really, really, if I decipher everything, just a minute before you is already gone and is never going to come back. So you have no ground to say that, oh yeah, I was here sitting all along. You can't really, really say that.
No.
Can I add something?
Yeah, please.
On the lines of from what I feel about, I think you're curious about after we pass away, like how does the consciousness or things move, no?
Yeah.
I think, for example, if we take the example of us looking at the stars, most of the stars, the lights are remnants of dead stars from millions ago.
Yeah.
So technically it's dead, but it does not mean to say that we've lost the essence, no? The energy is still traveling. So along the lines, I think that's what I feel.
Okay.
I will finish this
Yes.
by concluding. I will finish this reincarnation question. In Buddhism, ultimately, they don't believe in reincarnation.
Oh, really?
They don't even believe in self.
Okay. All right.
Who is reincarnating? Ultimately, Buddhists don't even believe in, enlightenment, right?
Yes.
Samsara and the nirvana both are illusion.
Okay.
Of course. If you dream a spider in the, assuming that you don't like spider.
I love spider.
You love? Oh, it doesn't work.
Spider-Man tattoo.
Okay, so what is it that you don't like? What is it that you don't like?
Taxes.
I don't like working a 9-to-5 job.
Okay, so let's say you actually have a dream that you have to do this job.
Yes.
Dreaming, okay? And suddenly in the dream, your boss comes, hey, you are promoted. You have no more of this. You can only work once a week.
Yes.
You'll have a relief.
Yes.
Now, both pain of needing to work, 24 hours a day, and needing to do 1 hour a week, that both release and the tension, samsara and the nirvana, is an illusion.
Okay.
That's what the Buddhists are talking about.
That's okay. Quite hard to contemplate, but I think somewhat I can. But I'll look it up some more, all right? Then let's divert. Let's go a little less deep. We'll go to Nola. What do you want to ask?
Less deep.
Oh, you want to go deep? Okay, go deep. Let's go deep.
No, before Rinpoche arrived here, he was asking like, what does shunyata mean? And I put it through AI.
You did?
Yes. So from what I got from the explanation is like the meaning shunyata does not necessarily mean emptiness.
Yeah.
Like it's shunyata is something like we need all the other phenomena, we need to make it happen. Like I didn't explain
Dependent
properly. Yes, we
arising,
are
I think
dependent.
that's
Yes.
right, yeah.
For a tree to be a tree, you need some
Causing
a
conditions,
lot of
okay. Causing
elements,
conditions, yeah.
Yeah, it's. By the way, the word shunya means zero, also, right, in Hindi.
Okay.
I didn't
Yes,
We don't know. We don't.
shunne,
No,
you know.
my Hindi is not good.
The train to, like, I don't know, shunne, they say, shunya, it's the same thing.
Yes.
By the way, Indians, they're always grumbling about how they have never been given credit for inventing zero.
Oh yeah.
We did
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Invented zero.
Anyway, shunyata, as you said, this emptiness is really not a negation. Like that job nightmare.
Yeah.
You can't really say it does not exist because it actually managed to bother you when you were dreaming.
Yes.
So it did have this effect. It made you sweat. It made you probably even scream. But when you wake up, then there is no more of that suffering. But that release is also fake because you never had that pain. So the release from that pain has to be also fake, right? So that is basically the shunyata. Yeah, I think it needs a bit of you see, the reason why I think people are finding difficult is because we are never really, like when people try to explain to me about cryptocurrency and what Bitcoin, I just can't understand what they are talking about. It's a bit like this. But they always ask, this is very simple.
No, okay.
But it's not simple for me. But I think it's the language. You just need to train. You need to think.
Oh, okay. I think that Chinese is better at expressing because I think Mandarin is so vast. There's like words for even like shadow of a leaf, like that.
Yeah.
It's very,
I mean, it's a very ancient civilization, of course. And then I think, if I'm not wrong, these guys, they're speaking the same language for 4,000 years.
Yeah.
That is something so amazing. What does that mean? It means that these guys have certain habitual patterns that has been going on for 4,000 years.
More peer pressure from dead people.
Of course. They have a lot of that.
A lot of dead people.
They promote that.
No killers.
And it's useful too.
Yes.
Because I think human beings need a bit of a guidance. Because we don't know how to use freedom. Freedom is just so abstract, so just, it's like, so we need a bit of a, what do you call it? Like, I think parents would know what, the children need boundary,
Oh, okay.
right? Yeah, so we are all a bit like children, and when we have too much toys and too much freedom, I guess we don't know what to do.
Bored with possibilities. It's like having a TV. If you have only 2 channels, you're actually more happy.
I guess
freedom of choice.
Freedom of choice. But if you have, let's say, like right now, if I go to Netflix, I don't know what to watch.
Yeah.
There's so much choice. Actually, Rinpoche, I'll also ask one question. It's just maybe a little similar. So I have this philosophy in my life. I feel like we are allowed to have one bad habit because your mind will go crazy. So I call it one vice. So we can do everything right, wake up on time, eat the right food, practice good habits. But I feel like we need one bad habit for us to be sane. So it could be smoking, drinking, playing video games. Something which is not very good, but at least it keeps you calm because now you don't have to think about it all the time. Like the more you resist, the more you persist, the more you don't that jamming. So something like that. So I would like to ask, do you think that's a good way of looking at life? And if it is or if it isn't, do you have a bad habit like Rinpoche?
So many.
But what is the one thing habit which you
Okay. What is it that you want to know? Which bad habit we should keep?
No,
If you could choose one.
No, I think everyone can choose one.
No, I think the better is this. Everybody should choose one, but then this one can be changed every week.
Yes. Okay, that's nice.
I think that's better.
I like that, Rinpoche. I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
The flexible
Oh,
method.
yeah, I like that. I like
Flexible, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
that. Okay. I like
Now I'm going to give you a really, really Buddhist answer.
Okay.
It's so Buddhist, I will even quote, okay? Dunghal nyevar shidundu drebi mongpa domija. This is a classic text called Chönju, okay? Chönju, which is very much studied by almost all the Mahayana students. And in there, Shantideva said, you are allowed to have one bad habit for the time being. And do you know what that is?
What's that?
Believing that there is an enlightenment.
That's a bad habit.
Yes. Because what he's trying to say is actually enlightenment is an illusion.
Oh, okay.
But for now, maybe it's better you think. Because anyway, you're going to have other bad habits. But this one at least will save you from troubles. These are Mahayana statements, big time. I'm telling you, Buddhism is a really, really avant-garde. It's a really progressive thinking. I mean, these are taught 2,500 years ago.
Oh, okay.
These are very, very revolutionary and radical thinking, isn't it? But anyway, my bad habit? Oh, there's so many.
But for this week.
What?
For this week.
I think I'm becoming, this is a recent, I think I've become a news junkie.
Oh, you love news.
Yes.
Oh, geopolitics, like you mentioned. No?
Yes, and I don't know, because I hate, some of the, platform like BBC and CNN. So now I opt to watch Al Jazeera.
I'm also the same. I'm also the same.
So which means I have to watch all.
Oh, to compare.
Yes.
All the opinions.
Yeah, so this is not so good.
So you think news reading is
It's really wasting my time.
Okay.
It's really wasting my time, and but anyway, just because, I don't know, I just want to have the different opinion. I think I'm addicted to different opinion. I'm a Gemini,
Oh, okay. Oh, Gemini also. Oh, actually, I'm a Sagittarius. Actually, Sagittarius works really well with Gemini.
Oh, really?
So I think I can understand.
You're a Gemini?
Yes.
So I think you will end up believing whatever he says.
Actually, me and Jamyang, we did this numerology reading. We found out that we are soulmates. So I told him leave his wife. We found each other now.
Okay.
What is that? But that's interesting also. Look at Yume. I'm sorry.
But out of curiosity, just in the Indian subcontinent alone, there's a lot of works, profound works by a lot of scholars. So is there anything that you resonated with, which is non-Bhutanese, like any works, non-Buddhist works,
Non-Buddhist.
which you resonated with?
I have to say, I'm a big, big admirer of all the Indian ancient, thinking systems, like Jainism. Oh, wow. Jain? World doesn't have enough good karma to really have Jainism flourishing. It's one of the most beautiful religion. And of course, Advaita. And then there's a philosophical system called Nyaya. I think these are really, really good. But yeah.
All right, guys, before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor. It's going to be the quickest ad read ever, so please just listen. A special shout out to our sponsor, Global Reach, a trusted name, a trusted brand, helping you connect with all universities abroad since 2004. So if you guys are considering to study abroad or already planning to study abroad, why don't you go with Global Reach? Because they're connected with many, many universities in countries like Australia, America, Canada, New Zealand, to name a few, plus many more. Especially in Australia, where they've been connected with 40 universities. Yes, 40 universities. And not only that, they'll help you with their certified counseling and their transparent guidance, plus extra services like helping you with your health insurance, flight ticketing, and bank account setup. Basically, everything's covered all under one roof. So if you guys want to get in touch, you can contact them through their website, their social media links, or even visiting their offices in Thimphu and in Phuntsho. Global Reach, a trusted name, a trusted brand. Now, back to the episode.
But anyway, my time to ask you.
Yes, okay.
Do you cook?
Not always, but when I can, I try.
What do you cook?
Very simple things that Koka.
What's that?
It's a noodle, instant noodle.
Instant noodles.
How do you do that? Can you
Boil it.
go step?
Okay, I open the packet, heat the water, put it in, drain the liquid, put the egg, mix the masala and eat it.
Which masala?
The
Oh, I
packet
see.
masala.
That's it?
Yes. No, then I add a little bit.
That sounds like cheating.
No, but that's an easy meal. It's
I
like,
see.
but if I want to cook, let's say something, I think I cooked last week. No, I cooked chicken.
What did you? I see.
We cooked chicken and noodles. I like noodles.
How about Bhutanese favorite dish?
Actually, I'm not very fond of Bhutanese food. Actually, I feel like it's not that nutritious. So,
Really?
but if I don't cook, but my favorite meal would be paksha sikam with
I see.
red rice and lom.
Long. Okay.
Yeah, lom. I don't know, it works well.
Fantastic.
Okay, Rinpoche, actually, speaking of food, we had this tradition, which is again another dead people thing, but it's not dead yet, it's our tradition, so it's peer pressure from alive people, which is we ask our guests, imagine if tomorrow you were to die and not live anymore, what would be the last meal you would have? So what would be Rinpoche's last meal?
Teng Ma.
Teng Tem only Teng Tem.
Yes, I think so. I mean, it's the most unique food anyway.
Oh, okay. So Rinpoche's last meal will be Teng Tem.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. Do you eat junk food, la, Rinpoche? Any bad food do you eat? Like potato chips?
Potato chips. No. Do I eat junk food? I think so. Junk food. Is ramen junk food?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so then.
Okay. La. So what kind of ramen, la, Rinpoche? Do you have a specific
that
favorite food?
Chain store what? That Ipodo or something?
Ipodo.
Indomie, something like
Indomie. Wow, Indomie. Okay.
that. Yeah. But do we have junk food in Bhutan?
Yes,
Last week.
like everything. Chips, candy, chocolate.
Oh, I see, like that.
That junk food. Those are junk food. No, la. Usually I ask our guests, like, what is your favorite potato chips flavor? No, la. But I'm sure
That I would not know.
Rinpoche will not do that. Okay. La. Okay. One last question I'll ask, then maybe you can follow up. I feel like at least that's my perception is the youth today, and even some people who are having midlife crisis are dealing with something called identity crisis. They don't know who they are, so they try to overcompensate in other ways. And I think with social media kind of breeds that, because every time you're online, you're comparing yourself with someone, and that validation and the need to be seen,
Sure.
and attention and ego to boost it, whatever it comes, not that Rinpoche. So at least because my audience is mostly young, I would like maybe Rinpoche, if you have anything to say about this issue.
I should say, ironically, as a Buddhist, I'm happy about that. Because here,
Yes.
with the identity crisis, the Buddhists have been mastering it for 2,500 years.
Yes.
I think if we know how to really, I think the only problem is us Buddhist teachers,
Yes.
we are not spending enough time with our patients, let's say. So we really need to speak their language a bit.
Okay, yes.
If we could do that, and with a little help of some packaging, I think this is where Buddhism is best.
Yes.
It's all about identity. Migme, Name, Jeme, Lume, Yime, Dame, Dime, Rome. Just every sutra's it's all about identity.
Yes.
So this crisis has been spotted long before. And Buddhism has the tradition so much. I mean, practically speaking, the Buddhists say, okay, sit and do what? Like meditate. Do nothing. Actually, maybe I'll share this since you have a lot of, these people. So I will say, if you have an identity crisis, I will suggest you to freeze. So let's say I'm moving like this.
Okay, nice to know.
Yeah, like this. Freeze. Like you are looking at me. Freeze. Freeze. 30 seconds. 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40, all the way up to a minute, even more. Just freeze. Let's begin just with the body. Just freeze body. Even that helps the identity crisis. Why? Because usually when we suffer with the identity crisis, we are always trying to find something to numb with.
Yes.
Painkiller, I don't know, alcohol, TikTok, whatever. This one is it's almost like a reverse. Instead of doing something, you don't do. You understand?
Yes, yes.
And this really is important. People should do it. You should, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't cost you anything by freezing for a minute. Yes, exactly. So freeze physically,
Okay.
and then slowly, once you learn, you freeze your emotion, and then freeze your thoughts. But then we are talking a little bit. You might need to go to Parataksam.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Rinpoche. I think kind of hopefully it applies if anyone's out there who has problems. But Rinpoche, let's say I strip away everything, like for you. I take away the robes, the title, the name. Okay. What are you left with? Do you think you know that identity person of who you are?
It's a little difficult to strip everything because I'm just heavily brainwashed. So, but this Rinpoche thing and then the robe and all, that's easy. That's okay, this is already 90% is already gone almost. But anyway, but the thought of, I wish I have a time somewhere in Bhutan, inside the forest, for 3 days, to do more like a extended version of this freezing. That kind of, call it spiritual, I don't know, but that longing longing to strip more, actually, that's there. And that's because of the brainwashing, of course. But I don't mind.
You like being brainwashed?
We have no choice. You have no choice. We are all brainwashed, no matter what. The only thing, but I mean, when you are a toddler, maybe you are not brainwashed for 2 weeks, and then that's it. You are brainwashed all the way.
Okay, how would we at least work against brainwashing? Is it something you do like
freezing?
Freezing.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Freeze.
Yes.
So instead of use the word gom, I would say freeze.
Okay. Yes. I think we'll all freeze, okay? But don't freeze on watching this podcast. I need your views, okay? Okay, no, you want to ask anything, Rinpoche?
I think we're almost near the end.
No.
Okay, since Rinpoche is a very venerated teacher and has been teaching to a lot of students, and there's people, I think the people who are going to watch this episode there's going to be students of yours. So what are some selfless aspirations that we can cultivate as just regular humans in our day-to-day life? Is there any qualities that we should have?
Just think that again and again. Okay. That very thought, what are the selfless thing I can do? That's already good. 90% of the job is done.
Okay.
You don't even need to have a clear direction. Just longing to do something selfless. It doesn't matter. We don't know. Actually, I would prefer that more than, this is very selfless thing to do. You have to be really careful with that kind of mental state, because behind that lies a lot of price tag. Okay? Finished?
No.
I think it went very well.
No. Do we have time? How much battery do we have? Huh?
It's charging.
It's charging, yeah. No, I would love to talk more if Rinpoche has time, but Rinpoche,
Okay.
if you are if you have
No,
other
but
engagements, then
don't you have like
what?
sort of a limit?
no lah. No, we don't have a limit.
Gosh. Oh, it's also we can do another time.
We can always do another time.
think it's
Okay,
getting
all right.
late.
Okay,
Just
I don't want to, but I'm also a very curious person, so I have a lot of things that I want to
Okay, ask me
Rinpoche.
one.
One. No, my questions are very long essay type answers, no Rinpoche.
Okay.
So I'll try to find a simpler one. Okay. Oh, this is like pressure here. Last question. I don't know what to ask. Okay, la Rinpoche. My ambition in life is also to be a filmmaker. I want to have enough money so I don't have to worry about it. And I also want to have a long and quality life. La Rinpoche. So what kind of like habits or at least mindset should I have in order to achieve the things that I want? What do you think that'll be like?
I think a little bit of a time management
Less.
and a little bit of what do you call it, budgeting.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Less.
So how old are you? You said?
32.
32. So let's say
Yes.
you can always plan, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Let's say you will live 90 years.
Okay.
So how many years we have now?
Another 60. Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
How many jeans you are going to buy? You don't really need that much. You know?
Yes.
And that money you can save it to go to, I don't know, like Greek island or something like this.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
I'm not talking about other things. Do some other things, like, or, because sometimes we do things that are really, like, I think this is one of my bad habits. Like, sometimes I buy things that are unnecessary.
Mm.
No proper budgeting and no proper thinking through. And it's kind of hard because you go to shopping malls and then all these people, they bring
Bring
targets. So I think I would call it budget, time management, mindfulness.
Mm.
Mindfulness of time management, mindfulness of budgeting. And I'm not talking about like some sort of, like renunciation. I'm talking about like life management. Just, I mean, how much T-shirt do you need? And how much shoes do you need?
Okay, sorry, one more last question. Which
Okay.
is, okay, one common thing about life is we always want to, it's like a thing is like, usually as a person that is living in Bhutan, is like you go to get an education, get a job, with that get an income, with that buy property, make a house, make a car, find a partner, make children, life completes. That's what it is, tradition. So in terms of a partner, I think is important for life. I think everyone, because humans are social beings, we need a companion. So what is one attribute maybe which you think is important when you're selecting a partner for life?
I think if I'm designing a marriage ceremony today, my marriage ceremony will include ceremony that really talks about giving space to each other.
Mm.
I think that's really important.
Oh, killers.
Otherwise, marriage seems to like strangling each other, like where did you do, what did you do, who did you text, all of this.
Exactly. So I think, space. I also agree on that. But I feel like it might be selfish also, because the partner would want attention and time, even if you want space.
I know, this is difficult. Human mind is so fickle, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, get some space, people. Freeze and eat ting ting ma. Okay.
Three things we learned. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed.
We're very honored and privileged for you to come. We're very.
I was expecting to talk about rubbish and nothing and all of that, but we ended up talking like the whole life mattered.
That is what the nothing. That was nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Lassa,
Very
thank you all
good.
for watching this
Thank you.
podcast. If you want to, if you've watched this podcast till the end, please do consider subscribing. If you watch this podcast because of Rinpoche, please consider subscribing because of us. And also thank you to our podheads. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast. Thank you our podhead Pro Doti and Pema Samdrup. We'll see you next week again. Lasso. Okay, Rinpoche, we do a tradition again, which is just we do one clap when we end. So we do one clap. Okay, until the next episode. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Lasso. Thank you so much.